So I'll be sharing my screen now. Those who haven't joined yet, please join soon. Can you see the screen? Hello? Can you see the screen? Okay, Akshara. Okay. So I'll be taking attendance in between. So, and I will be giving attendance to only those who are there at that time when I take attendance. Okay. So all of you, you can mute your mics. Please mute. Those who are unmute, please mute your mics. Okay. Now today we will be starting module 3. Okay. Yesterday we had stopped with non-verbal cues, and that was the end of module 2. And today we are starting with module 3. And module 3 is about oral presentations. That is, when you're going to do something, when you're going to talk something orally, not using written form, it is in speech form. So that whenever you're going to present some matter to someone in speech form, we call it as oral presentation. So in oral presentation, we have to consider several factors. When we are doing oral presentation as students, you will have to do project presentations, seminar presentations, webinars, etc. So in those cases, when you are doing an oral presentation, what are the points that you should consider, and what are the important things that you should keep in your mind when you are doing oral presentations? That is the subject matter of this third module. Okay. Is it clear to you? Is it clear to you? So what are we going to deal with in third module? What is the subject that we are going to deal with in third module? Anyone? What was the subject that we will be dealing with in third module? You didn't hear my heading? Okay, Akarsh, very good. Oral presentation. Very good. So let us see what is oral presentation. What are the things to be considered in oral presentation? So first of all, when we are doing oral presentation, the most important thing that comes to our mind, or the most important thing that we should focus on, is voice modulation. Voice modulation. Do you know what is voice modulation? Voice modulation. That is, it is the term voice modulation means adjusting the pitch and volume of your sound while speaking. That is, the term voice modulation means you're modulating your voice to different levels. That is, you're adjusting your pitch as well as volume. Now we'll come across what this pitch is and what volume is in the next section. So adjusting pitch and volume while speaking, and giving stress to certain words which needs much more importance than other words. Pronouncing or when you're giving different stress, that is, while speaking, and giving stress or intonation to particular words. We need to stress on particular words so that the listener will focus more on those important words, and they will find that these words are something that should be remembered and what should be understood. And so we are giving intonation so that it sounds differently from other words normally spoken, and then we can help the listener understand that these are certain important words. So voice modulation means adjusting the pitch and volume while speaking and giving stress for certain words. And that should, these words, they might be some important words that should sound different from other words. So without voice modulation, the speech will be of the listener will not be able to understand what the important point is or what unimportant points are. So there should be differences in your tone, especially your pitch, the way you raise your voice and the way you lower your voice, and also the volume means the sound you produce. So these are the different ways in which you can add modulation to your voice by changing the pitch and volume and also by giving stress. So 3 ways in which you can modulate your voice is by adjusting the pitch, adjusting the volume and giving stress. So these are the 3 points that should be considered or that should be remembered in voice modulation. That is, voice modulation is done by adjusting the pitch, adjusting the volume and by giving stress, so that certain words can be made different from certain other words and they can be made important. Is it clear to you? Is it clear to you? So what is voice modulation? What are the 3 things that we should adjust when we speak? What is voice modulation? Adjusting the pitch. Very good, Agarsh. Then, see, I know these people who respond to me. Okay. And there are marks for listening also in your subject. Listening skills also carry marks. Okay. So adjusting the pitch, then adjusting the volume, and then one more thing, adjusting the pitch and giving stress. Very good, Akshara. And giving stress to certain words, and that is called intonation, isn't it? So these are the 3 things that we should consider when we are speaking. And if you are speaking in plain voice, that is without any modulation, and every word is pronounced in the same pitch and same volume or giving same stress to all the words, then the listener will not give him, the listener may not be able to identify which point you are stressing upon or what are the important points in your presentation. So we need to stress upon certain important points so that listener will be able to understand what we are speaking or what we are giving importance to. Okay. Now, what are the elements? Next, we are looking at the elements of voice modulation. What are the elements of voice modulation? Elements of voice modulation. There are 5 important elements for voice modulation, and they are, the first one is pitch. I said earlier, we'll come across pitch and volume again. So, the first element of voice modulation is pitch. Second element is volume. Then, third element is pauses. Pauses means you're stopping in between. Pauses. Fourth one is tempo. Fourth element of voice modulation is tempo. One minute, please. So, pass percentage expected. Okay, so let's continue now. So, fourth element is tempo, and fifth element is expression. So, these are the 5 elements of voice modulation. And when we modulate a voice, we have to consider all these elements so that our oral presentation becomes more effective. And so, what are the 5 elements? Do you remember the 5 elements? I'll repeat once again. First element is pitch, then second element is volume, Then third element is pauses, fourth element is tempo, and fifth element is expression. These are the 5 elements of voice modulation. Very important question. What are the elements of voice modulation? So can you repeat what are the elements of voice modulation? How many elements are there for voice? How many elements should we consider for modulating our voice? What are the elements of 5 elements? Very good, Taifel. Gadam, Nainiga. What, can you name them? Can you name what are they? Pitch. Okay, pitch. Then second one, volume. Next. Third one, pauses. Pauses. Okay, P-A-U-S-E-S, pauses. Fourth one is tempo. And fifth one, last one, okay, expression. Very good, Nainiga. Nandana. Okay, expression. So I'm happy that you are listening. Okay, so these are the 5 elements of voice modulation. Now let us see what each element is. Now the first one is pitch. Now pitch is defined as the relative highness or lowness of a tone. The way in which we can, when certain people speak, we find that their voice is relatively high when compared to others' voice. That is, the sound, it is not the volume, but the pitch, and it is, and this pitch depends on the number of vibrations per second produced by the vocal cords. We have vocal cords in our throat, and this vocal cords vibrate to produce sound. And for those people who have high pitch, this vocal cord, it vibrates many times. That is, the vibration will be greater per second when compared to those people who have low pitch. So those people with high pitch will have the vocal cord vibration very high, and those people with low pitch, they have their vocal cords vibrating less number of times per second. So it is based on the number of vibrations per second produced by the vocal cords. The pitch also differs. So for it is different for different people. It depends on each person, and that is the structure of their vocal cords. Maybe for some people it might vibrate more times per second, and for some people it might vibrate less per second. And so these are all related to genetic, genetically derived. So anyway, these are the defined factors, elements of voice modulation. The first one is pitch, and pitch refers to the relative highness or lowness of a tone. The volume, it is not the volume, it is the highness or the low factor. That is, certain people, their voice penetrates into our ears much more than certain other people's voice. So it is the highness or lowness of the voice, and it depends on the number of vibrations per second produced by the vocal cords. And it is the main acoustic correlate of tone and intonation. So for tone and intonation, this plays an important factor, that is pitch. So the first one is pitch. It is the highness, relative highness or lowness of a tone. We compare pitch with other people. That is why we call it as relative highness or relative lowness. Then second factor is volume. So volume is actually the loudness of the speaker. It is volume means the loudness of the speaker. That is, when we try to switch on our radio or TV, we increase our volume, increase the volume, or we decrease the volume. So by increasing the volume, we are increasing the loudness, and by decreasing it, we are lowering the sound. So volume means it is the loudness of the speaker. And somebody is speaking, and if he is speaking loudly, then we say that his volume is high. We cannot say that his pitch is high. His pitch may be low, but volume can be high. So it is a psychological characteristic of physical strength. When people are taking oral presentation, if they are speaking loudly, then this it indicates a psychological characteristic of being physically fit, that is physical strength. It is a measure of physical strength of the person who is taking the oral presentation, and it is just a psychological character. And this volume, volume is high means, you know, you have studied in physics that whatever we speak comes out in the form of sound waves. So if the sound waves have high amplitude, then the volume is high. If the sound waves have low amplitude, then the volume is low. So when volume increases for the sound waves with high amplitude, the volume will be high, and those with low amplitude, the volume will be low. So it is ordered on a scale from quiet to low. That is, volume can be measured in a scale of range quiet to low. That is, volume. If the volume is very low, then we say it is quiet. The sound is quiet, or the person speaking is speaking quietly. If it is loud, if the volume is very high, then we say the volume is loud, the person is speaking loudly. So the volume is a measure of how much louder you are speaking, and it depends on the amplitude produced by the sound waves. And amplitude is the strength or power of the sound signal. Amplitude shows the strength or power of the sound wave that is being produced. So if you are speaking loudly, then the sound waves will have high amplitude. Higher amplitude, see, it's written here, higher amplitude indicates higher volume, and lower amplitude indicates lesser volume. So volume of the speaker, it depends on the amplitude of the sound waves produced. The higher the amplitude, the higher will be the volume. The lower the amplitude, the lesser will be the volume. So, and it is also in psychology, it is a characteristic that measures the physical strength of a person. That is, if a person is physically fit, then we say that the person can speak loudly. But if he is weak, a person who is very weak, he might not be able to do a presentation louder. He might be doing it in a low tone. Then the third one is pauses. Now, what is pause? You know, when you are playing a tape recorder, you usually pause in between and all, isn't it? What is that pause? What is pausing? And also, when you play your video and all, you just pause, isn't it? What does that pause means? What is pausing? P-A-U-S-E, pause. What is the meaning of pause? Anyone? Yes. Pause means a temporarily stopping in between, isn't it? A stop. It is a stop, but you are stopping it temporarily. Okay. So, pause, it is a place in a speech, and when we are taking oral presentation, pauses means they are places in a speech where the speaker stops speaking for a second or two. So it is not permanent stop. It is not permanently stopping the talk. It is just for a second or two. The speaker is just pausing or stopping for 1 or 2 seconds, and then he is continuing. So these pauses, it helps us to gain attention of the listener. If without any pauses, if the speaker is speaking continuously, then the listener may not be able to listen for throughout the time. So the speaker should pause in between, and pausing is done in order to gain the attention of the listener. So pauses are places in a speech where the speaker stops speaking for a second or two. That is, he will stop for a minute, for a second, and then he will continue with the next sentence. So pauses are places in a speech where the speaker stops for a second, for 1 second, or a maximum of 2 seconds. Then the fourth element is tempo. Now, tempo is the speed with which defines how fast the speaker is speaking. So tempo defines the speed with which the speaker is speaking. Fast, the tempo is high means the speaker is speaking fast. If the tempo is low means the speaker is speaking very slowly. Okay, so for an oral presentation to be a good presentation, often choose proper tempo or speed according to the script. That is what the person is going to present. If whatever material he is going to present, he should consider or he should take the presentation in a moderate speed, or we say that a moderate tempo should be followed. That is, tempo defines the speed which defines the speed of the speaker. Then next, fifth one is expression. So choosing the correct expression is important for a speaker to convey his message to the listener clearly. If the speaker's expression doesn't match what he is saying, then the listeners will get confused. So always the speaker's expression should match what he is speaking. Suppose some person is saying that somebody had expired. So if he's expressing it in a happy tone, then it doesn't match with the event that had happened. But if you're getting if for example you are getting a rank, first rank, all India rank, and if the person who is expressing it expresses in a sad tone, then there may be a confusion. So the whatever matter you are conveying to the listener, there should be a match between what you are saying and the matter that you are conveying. So expression is very important. Choosing the correct expression is important for a speaker to convey his message to the listeners clearly. Okay, so keeping a proper balance of these five elements makes one sound professional. So for a professional talk, you have to maintain a balance between all these five elements, and it gives a texture that people like to listen. And also if you are maintaining a balance between these five elements, it will give a texture. A texture means a tone that people like to listen. And without all these factors, if the speech is plain, then the presentation may not may not have that effect on the listener. Okay. So what are the factors? Did you understand what the factors are? Did you understand all the factors? Hello? Did you understand all the factors? Okay. So there were five elements. That is pitch, which shows the relative highness or lowness, depends on the vibration of the vocal cord. Then second is volume, that indicates the loudness of the speaker, depends on the amplitude of the sound wave produced. The next is pauses. Pauses means stopping for 1 or 2 seconds to gain attention of the listeners. Then tempo is the speed which defines the how fast the speaker is or how slow the speaker is. And then expression is choosing the correct expression which is important for the speaker to convey his message. That is, the expression that he is producing should convey the message which he is trying to express to his listeners. So there should be a proper balance between all these five factors for a presentation to sound professional. Okay, so that was the summary which I had said now. So now let me take your attendance. Say your attendance, start from number 1. Roll number 1. Don't leave, okay? I'm taking attendance in between. After taking attendance, I'll be continuing the class. Okay? Is it clear? Where is number 1? Absent. Number 1 absent. Number 2. Okay. 3.
3.
Okay. 4. Continue your numbers. You can continue with the next number. Number 4 absent. 5 absent.
6.
6. Okay, 5 present. 6 present. Next.
7. 8.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
10.
Okay. Okay. 12 absent.
12.
13.
12%.
Okay, 12.
13.
Okay. 14.
14.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
17.
18.
Okay. Okay. 19. 19 absent. Next number 20. Absent
21.
21.
21.
Okay.
22.
Okay, 21 present. 22.
22.
Okay. 23. Okay. 24. Okay. Okay.
26.
Okay. 27.
27.
Okay. 28. 28 absent. 29.
30.
Okay. 30.
30.
Okay.
31.
Okay.
32.
Okay.
33.
Okay.
34.
Okay.
35.
35.
35.
35 absent. 36.
36.
Okay.
37.
Next number. Okay.
38.
Okay.
39.
39. Okay.
40.
Okay.
41.
41.
41.
Okay. Okay.
43.
Okay.
44.
Okay.
45.
Okay.
46.
Okay.
47.
Okay.
48.
Okay.
49.
Okay.
50.
Yes. Next 51.
51. 51.
Okay. 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 Yeah.
52.
52.
52. 53.
Okay.
54. 55.
Okay. Okay. 53. Okay. Okay. 56.
56.
Okay. Okay.
58.
Okay.
59.
Okay.
60.
Okay.
61.
61.
61.
Then 62.
62.
63.
Okay. So absent is number 35. Number 35. Then number 1. 1 absent. Then 4 absent.
4 present.
Okay. 4 present. Then number 19.
19 present.
20.
Present.
Number 20. Ashwant.
Present. Present.
Okay. Then 22. Number
Present.
22. Adul.
Present.
Okay. Then number 28. Number 28. Shahala. Shahala MK. Absent.
Shahal.
Shahala. Okay, okay. Present. Okay, okay. Number 62 and 63 present, isn't it? Number 62 and 63.
Oh, 62 percent.
63 present.
Okay, okay. So absentees now is number 1 and number 35.
Teacher, 35%.
Number 57, Sriraj.
Sir, 35%.
Present, sir.
Okay, okay. Number 1 and number 35 absent. See, I didn't tell you to leave, isn't it? Please don't leave. I'm just taking attendance in between. I'll be continuing the next section now. So, that was the 5 elements about, do you remember the 5 elements? Voice modulation, 5 elements of voice modulation. Okay, next we are going to tone of voice. What do you mean by tone of a voice? We say, often we come across the tone is different. We say when we speak to some people, we always judge them by their tone. So if the tone goes different, it can be a pleasant tone, it can be a disgusting tone, and different tones. Each person, maybe some people have their own tone. So it is the ability to change the meaning of words by changing the pitch, intonation, volume, and tempo. So to change the tone of a voice, the 4 factors that affect the tone of a voice are pitch, intonation, volume, and tempo. So we had said about what pitch is, what volume is, what tempo is, and intonation in the first paragraph I have told you. The way you raise certain voice and the way you lower certain words, that is known as intonation. The way you increase or decrease the volume of certain words, that is the rise and fall of the voice in speaking, and that is known as intonation. The rise and fall of your voice in speaking is called intonation. So tone of a voice depends on the pitch, the volume, the tempo, and the intonation. So when these factors produces changes, when there is variation in these 4 factors, the tone of the voice changes. And we say a soft tone indicates that the speaker is a shy person. If the person whom you are speaking to responds to you back in a very soft tone, and then we find that soft tone in the sense that they are feeling shy to speak out. Whereas if the tone is a strong tone, then it indicates that the speaker is overconfident and aggressive. That is, certain people, even if they what they are speaking is not right, they will be expressing it strongly. But and that indicates an overconfidence or aggressive nature. So to maintain a balance between these two, you should not be a shy person. You should not be an overconfident or an aggressive person. There should be a moderate tone for the people when you speak. When you speak to people, you should always follow a moderate tone. That is, the pitch, the intonation, the volume, and the tempo that you use should be moderate. The volume should be moderate. Your speed should be moderate. The pitch, often use a moderate pitch, and also use intonation wherever possible. So this will improve the way you speak to a particular person. So tone of a voice is affected by pitch, volume, tempo, and intonation. Always maintain a normal tone. So that was about tone of a voice or a tone of a speech. Then next we are going to describe a process. That is, describe the process of oral presentation. What are the things to be considered when we are going to present some matter before an audience or a group of people? So how can we describe this oral presentation process? So this heading here, it means the process here means the oral presentation process. So whenever you present to a particular audience, the first thing that you should consider is the audience to whom you are speaking. Whenever you are going to prepare some material and you're going to present it before an audience, the first and foremost thing that you should understand is you should identify is to understand the audience. Now, only if you understand the audience, what kind of audience to whom you are going to present, you can prepare your presentation in a way that the audience will understand you. So if you're going to present some technical documents to common people, they may not understand what you're going to say, what you're speaking. But if you're going to do some technical presentation to your teachers or to your colleagues, to your friends, then friends who are studying with you, then they may be able to understand what you are speaking. So you should understand the audience before you prepare a presentation. So first of all, identify the audience, that is focus the presentation on audience, that is how much the audience can understand. If you're going to present something, what kind of audience that you're going to speak to and how much they will be able to understand is an important factor that you should consider when you are preparing an oral presentation. So the first thing, if somebody asks you to prepare an oral presentation, the first point that you should ask is, to whom should I present? So who are my audience? Only after understanding the audience, the category of people to whom you're going to present, you will be able to prepare your presentation in that particular style which the audience can understand. Is it clear? So what is the first step in an oral presentation process? What is the first step in when you are preparing for an oral presentation? What is the first step that should be considered when you are preparing an oral presentation? See, so many have left now after taking attendance. I can find only 53 here. I'll be taking the screenshot. Okay. I'm going to take the screenshot, and those who are not present, will be marked absent. Okay. I will give attendance only based on these screenshots. Did you see? I've taken the screenshots. I think you can see in my screen. I will compare the screenshot only, then I will give you attendance. Okay, those who have left will not get attendance. I have taken the screenshot also. So Taiful, you were saying some answer. Audience, yes. Yes, Nihariga. Well, you have to understand the audience, okay? Not just the audience, you should understand the audience. What category of audience you are going to present. Okay, is it clear? So in the afternoon, are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? Okay, in the afternoon, your first session at 2 o'clock, I will be taking class. Okay, afternoon first hour, from 2 to 2:40, I will be taking class. Okay, and then the last hour, 3 to 3:40, you will be having physics lab. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear to you? From 2 to 2:40, that is afternoon first hour, that is today's 6th hour, I will be taking class, and last hour you will be having physics lab. Okay. So join by sharp 2. Okay. All should be here by sharp 2 o'clock. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. You may leave now. Hope you are having next hour also. So my class ends now. Be ready for the next hour, okay?